Welcome back once more to the Brexit Estate, hard by the darkest dungeon, in the lee of some hideous monstrosity or other. Alright, well, it's been a few days, so before I forget, I was hoping to go to defeat the inchoate flesh, probably taking Dorst Akbar and Ludwig Rosenkranz, whose name wouldn't fit in the name spot. Let's see what else we got. Quickly checking. Has the game... No, it hasn't turned on deck-based stagecoach. That's brilliant. In the stagecoach... Ah, yes. I was talking about possibly... Yes, possibly trying out the Paladin. Well, we could do with that man-at-arms. Because we only have one. And I was going to name him, wasn't I? Let's see, Aristolt Rosnav. Don't ask, it just kind of came to me. Rosnav.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
And then I was saying maybe take a plague doctor, because our only plague doctor is level 3 and infected with Crimson Curse. So yeah, another plague doctor. Let's see, what skin? Yeah, see, that's 4 as well, as I thought. Okay. Bit of controversy over this one. Someone in the community recently ripped off a load of these classic gorgeous community skins. I mean, someone just took the mask off this one and put a face on there. And you know what? It was a good face. It was nice. And they uploaded it, and they didn't credit the original artist who'd done this particular skin, and it was kind of disrespectful. And then they were uploading almost daily edits of reskins. I mean, let's see if I can find us a good example. Yeah, this one, for example, they'd replaced the tabard with a breastplate, and it was blatantly just reskinning this beautiful piece of work, and it was just disrespectful. They not only never credited the original modders and artists who had created the mods they were heavily ripping off, but also that when this was pointed out to them, they didn't then go back and change their ways and, like, you know, simply credit the person. No. And then suddenly all these mods disappeared one day, and a lot of people are asking where they went. The person who put them up isn't responding. Some of us in the modding community have said, hey, look, you know, am I really in the modding community? I don't know, I haven't actually released anything yet. God. But we've said, hey, look, come on. This person was heavily basing their stuff off. It's like, most of these skins were like 60 to 75% someone else's work, and this person just wasn't giving credit where it was due. There we are. We'll call her Annalise, because Dr. Analyze, you know. In fact, if she was German, she probably would be called Analyzer.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
So we want to continue filling out this. We need weaponsmith and armorsmith, so we basically need deeds a lot again. The good news is that we've already filled out this line, so we won't need deeds for any of that ever again, in theory. So we're doing well on the deeds front, which is why we're quite low on them. We also need loads of crests, because you always need crests. So we're going out against Formless Flesh. Are these Yeah, swap that for that when I get to it. Uh-oh, Fear of Warrens. Oh, great. But that's possibly okay. It's probably not, but it possibly is. So we've got Ludwig. Does he? Yes, he does. Right. He's going to need that trained up. She's kind of, you know what, we'll just... Yeah. Now, what else do we need? There was a hero who had all level 1 skills and was level 3, I think, at some point. So I'm just checking through for that. Well, that's quite a few level 1s. Just going through here, checking who needs to train up skills. And so far everyone seems to at least have some level 2 skills. Oh, wait. Huh. Okay, Kana needs to train. Oh! Dost Akbar is going off against the Formless Flesh. He needs to train more skills. Can he? You know what? Because it will mark targets. Let's get him that as well. Vindra. Oh, Vindra, you need to train. I want to try out a Lightning Priestess type build at some point. I'm also aware that money's getting a little close for a boss run now, so we don't want to spend too much more. What is that? That's a fleeting escape. Okay, don't need to worry about that yet. Ah. And then... 2-2, 2-2, 2-2... Who is our eye? Yes. And 2. There we go. Wonderful. Is there anything we can afford to treat? I think we can afford to treat one thing. Dark Temptation's bad. Well, that's a point. I've been thinking about the Crimson Courtyard trinkets for the heroes. You seem to only... Well, you get 2 from the first quest, right? 1 for completing the quest, 1 for defeating the crocodile. And I'm thinking that if you get 1 for each of the 3 Crimson Court bosses, and possibly 2 from each of those quests, if that is the only way to obtain them, and there's something like 16 hero classes in the game, plus any custom ones, it's going to be really hard to get any of the 2-part Crimson Court sets. So I'm going to have to really be watching rewards and say, which class do I want these for? And what can I get? What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I'm looking for things to remove. Is that a... Yes, it is. Can't afford to remove anything locked yet. She's got the Crimson Curse, so I'm not going to risk putting her in the facility. I believe it's possible, but I'm just not going to do it. Okay, you know what? Let's just send her off to get drunk and revel and debauchery. You know, she's going to have a hell of a time. And that's probably all we can afford this week. But it should mean she'll be ready to help take care of the Wizened Hag next time. For now, though, the Incourt flesh awaits. Wait, is it? Ah, yeah, and then after that we've got cannon. Yes. Okay, wonderful. Actually, next week we're probably going to have to go to the courtyard to get some more blood because it's becoming very scarce indeed. So, check no one is eating extra food. Okay, so that's 4 meals. Well, it's 2 meals in a camp. And it's for warrants, so we can probably get more. Less torches. Right. 2 because it's a dungeon. 3 because it's for warrants. 4 because we've got a cultist with us. You know what? 5, 6 because it's the inchoate flesh. Chances of extra food. Just in case we run into spiders and stuff like that. There are slightly more chests in the Warrens than in the Weald. And then the most chests are going to be in the ruins. I'll take 1 key just in case there's a secret room. And 2 shovels. 3 shovels gets a medium one.
My zeal for blood rituals and summoning rites had begun to ebb, as each attempt invariably brought only failure and disappointment. Progress was halting, and the rapidly accumulating surplus of wasted flesh had become burdensome. The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
Okay, so we have plus 15% virtue chance from the town event. We have 15% virtue chance here. I'm going to push for Ren to become virtuous. Okay, that's the plan. The inchoate flesh is probably over here, so if I loop all the way around like this and go to every single room, that will increase the chances of her getting enough stress. Of course, she's likely to... Oh, here we go. Ow. Ow, infection. Infection's horrible. Dodge it now! Right. You get shot at.
Destroyed.
Nice. Uh-oh. I didn't... He's... I hadn't noticed. Oh, I'm wasting as well. Oh no, against a formless flesh, that's really bad. Well, this is going to be an interesting run, isn't it? Ooh, that was... It's going to be all kinds of nasty in this dungeon, isn't it? Maybe I should just... Oh, wait. There was a plan. Lo, verily, she shall be stressed out. And if they focus on him, that's okay. Because he's already got the Crimson Curse. Come on, everybody! Help the push to virtue!
Decimated.
Shot! Haha! Uh-oh. So there is actually a modified a Witcher mod which uses this skin. I like it because it uses both the swords instead of just the silver sword, but it does feel a little bit too powerful. I mean, for starters, the Witcher is completely immune to diseases, which renders him incredibly powerful in a Crimson Curse type situation. And there's a fly trying to get up my nose, that's annoying. Uh-oh. Don't you dare. Well, just because we can.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
See, this is why the Occultist is literally the worst healing hero in the game. He's not a healer, it's not his main focus, right? He has a healing support ability, but that's not really what he does. You know, he's about other weird things.
Eradicated.
And I know people get extremely excited about the massive amounts of healing he can do, but it's not a very reliable heal. In fact, it's the opposite of reliable. If you need to get people off death's door, the last thing you want is to just cause them bleed and no healing instead. That's why you take the Vestal, because Vestal is the best healer. Bloody hell, Rel. Leave some for the rest, why don't you?
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
And yeah, so the other reason why the large amounts of healing he can provide aren't that useful is that you don't need everyone to be at full health all the time. I mean, it helps, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's just not as important as simply keeping them alive at all in the first place.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Ooh, gamble.
Annihilated.
Damn it. I didn't get to use Glimmer of Hope for extra stress. She's from Kingdom Death. She will read the books. Stress is wonderful for her. Okay, so we're getting near to that magical, wonderful resolve check time. I should check something important. So I believe... yeah, skin 1. That's alright. I believe I only edited skin 1. Right, just keep shooting away at the back. Okay, we're up to 78. This is grand.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And why is he not using the tentacles? Does he have the... Why can't I view his character sheet? That is weird. Well, he has the tentacles. I can view his. But I can't view the active character by right-clicking on them. That's really weird. I've never noticed that before. Almost as if it's a bug. What could be causing that, I wonder? I literally have no idea.
Executed with
Bloody
impunity.
hell. I'm going to have to look into her trinkets or something and see what she's got that's causing her to be such a great shot. She must have something for this region, or... I'll check after the fight.
Back to the pit.
I'll also be switching a few skills around as well.
The light, the promise of safety.
Yeah, I'm on sweetheart. 93. Look, he's blighted already. If he ends up bleeding as well, he's still got a good bit of healing out of it. Here we go. Yeah! Ha ha!
Of clarity in the eye of the storm.
Okay. See, that was more like a normal attack.
Brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Ah, he didn't want to move. I really need to get on and write some of her dialogue barks tomorrow.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Okay, weapon base, skill, light level. It could just be that the skills have very high critical threat ranges. I mean, I know some of the Twilight Knight skills have high critical chances as well. That's not affecting critical. Oh, it is affecting critical. Right. That could be it then. And I think I'm going to sneeze. One moment, please. Lately, sneezes seem to always come in threes, but for that reason there seem to only be two.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I thought about not using the key, and then I thought, might not get a secret room after all. Should have probably brought two keys, just for that eventuality.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of bleeding on this run, isn't there? So yeah, she is focused. You know, her accuracy's going up, with critical chances. You know, she is well in there. Fighting, hacking apart the evil monsters. Yeah! This is the stuff that heroes are made of.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
You know, old leather and Hessian sacks and cord and ropes. Just binding it all together. Keeping the bits that belong on the inside. On the inside. Haven't had a scouting chance. I was going to swap skills. Why am I so distracted tonight? Let me do that. And you need the tentacles. I don't know why, but you do. Actually, weakening curse might be worth it for this one, but then there's 4 of them, so it probably isn't. Uh-oh. And they keep changing as well. So it's kind of unreliable. You should probably hotkey that soon.
Another one falls.
But for now, we're just taking down the green ones.
Be gone, fiend.
And the orange ones too, apparently.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Well, there's some of those deeds we needed. And here's some of those foes that we truly appreciate. What? No stress? Ah. Okay. Focused. And on guard. Oh, it's going to be brutal. Will she bleed as well? She did not bleed. Delightful.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
You know, sometimes I wonder how some players defeat encounters in a mere 2 or 3 rounds, and then a fight like this happens. And it's just a refreshing breeze of fresh air.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
You know, disturbingly, that will affect his healing skill.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
So, I want to clear some space here so he can take that off. Let's not touch that because we're going to be camping soon anyway.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright. So... this way. We have a crate.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
We have a trap. Oh, she successfully dealt with it. Let's light another torch.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And now we can remove the bleeding stone from our cultist. Because he only has one skill that causes bleeding, and it's not really one that you'd want to cause bleeding. We also have a lot of food. And injured heroes. Oh, you horrible creatures. They're going to start infecting people again, and it's just going to be disgusting. Right, you need to die. Just like this. Ah, Tommy Cooper was one of the best, wasn't he?
Obliterated.
Blimey. Okay, so apart from focused and irrepressible, yeah, she's going for the virtue every run, really, if she can. No, so Warren's Scrounger is just scouting chance. So nothing here that should cause additional. She should go to the Warrens a lot because she's got Warren's Foe and Fear of Beasts. I mean, she should be here all the time. Oh, less accuracy against beasts. Not quite so good then. Look, the more we reduce the chance of him... Oh! No, it's alright, he's already infected.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Now look here, matey cocky sunshine. You need some of this, it's just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, well, relief, yeah, I wouldn't really call it refreshing though. More like revolting. Now, let's put this here, this here, this can go down here, and then we probably need to keep that as well. Do we have a blockage? We can probably get by without a blockage. It's a risk, because we might just have not scouted one. Okay, big fight. Use a torch.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Okay, we are camping in here before we open that. Healing is really nice.
The wounds of war can be healed.
We should indulge in it more often. And we need to thin the enemy ranks drastically. Which means it's time to slay the beast. Get in there, girl. Just totally skewer him on the end of that blade. That was much needed. Oh, you beauty.
Inspiration and improvement.
Finish him!
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
At which point Ludovic will probably look at me and ask, "You're joking, man! You're joking!" And I'll say, "Shut up, Street Fighter was shit anyway." Well, I'm sure lots of people were very popular with it. Actually, there was a Street Fighter knockoff around the same time called Violence Fight. Remarkably similar in many aspects. It was quite popular in my little neck of the woods, but I'm not sure if anyone else remembers Violence Fight. A terrible name for starters. Yeah, one of the characters was a kind of middle-aged Chinese man with a little goatee beard and a plait that went down his back, and he was wearing this kind of red sleeveless jumpsuit. I don't remember the other characters very much. They were all more human than the Street Fighter ones, you know, less ridiculously supernatural. And we should camp to make room where this firewood was and some of that food for whatever may be in this chest.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Alright. I am so very tempted to just use a lot of them. But let's look at our options here. Okay, scavenge. We're okay for food. Heightened senses. Don't need much scouting at the moment. Dark strength. Possibly on the archer. Dark ritual. Yeah, that's the nasty one. Well, if someone was really badly hurt, it'd be good. I don't think the Formless Flesh counts as monster size 2. What do we have here? 2. Oh, we'd be skipping out on the edge of reason? Okay, let's just live dangerously. Let's tell the first story. And then she can have a talk with her sword. A nice, meaningful conversation about how it wants her to use it to kill all the other heroes. Yeah, they didn't like that, did they? The edge of reason. Let's roll the dice and see what happens this time. What? No negatives at all? Wow. Okay. We'll use the Murmuring Lantern to rest safely this night. I'm ready for battle. Let them come. What's in here? No, Arella can open it. She's the greedy one. She might complain if she doesn't get to open it. And we'll let her just carry all the loot because we'll know that if we ever need to find it, we don't need to ask who's got it. It's all in one place. And just making another room there. And ow! She had to bleed as well.
Maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
That's 6 points. That is quite a bit at this level. So bandage it is. This is the penultimate encounter. Assuming the next corridor is relatively violence-free. Tentacles! I don't like your face. Is she gonna hit level 3 after this? Probably. Ooh.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
That is bad. Sometimes aggression can have its downsides. She who lives by the sword dies by the evil, bile-spewing piglet thingy. Well, that was quite effective. But not reliable and... Oh, tetanus? Really? That's just not fun. She's gonna have to go into medical treatment after this. Okay. Okay, just get ready for it. You dodged the blow. Let us apply more healing.
A momentary abatement.
And more bleeding. And more shooting! Right, now we have a slight problem. That's not... yeah, that's a lot.
Wow.
9 is a lot of damage to be taking over the next 3 rounds. No, we'll just go straight for the attacks. And that was worth it. It paid off. Bit of healing there. Send him the hawk to finish him. It won't finish him.
Well struck.
Did well though.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
It would seem that today the hawk is not the slayer. Nasty traps. Occultist, if ever there was... you know, this looks like... Ginissim? Tligir Ginissim. Yeah, that looks like... Tligir Ig Ginissim. Yeah, it could be anything, but it's the kind of weird stuff he'd be into. Well, that had an effect. What's new? Oh, really? Great. Yeah, but... I'm not gonna say it. You can all imagine what was going through my mind there. And if any of you are going to say, yeah, but it's his culture, well, not necessarily, actually. This is the world of Darkest Dungeon. His culture could be like anything. They just happen to dress this way and look this way because of the countries they live in, like the weather, you know, the fashion, style, things like that. Same goes for this geezer here. Well, any of them, really. Right, let us prepare for a big fight. Do we want to change any other skills? Yes, we do. And I think that's it. Here we go.
Squirming, contorting, and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
So, as you see here, the thing about the formless flesh is that it constantly changes forms. There are 4 pieces of it and 4 different shapes that can be. There's the pig head here, which bites really nastily. There's the healing heart that heals it up. And then we have these things, these kind of arsehole bits with the back legs, and this bone spine thing comes out. No, it's not. It's like a thing from the Aliens movies with a mouth on the end of it. It's like an intestine or something. And then there's the kind of bone spine flail that just whacks people and stuns them. So generally, when start of every round, it'll change, and you want to identify the ones with the lowest protection and just soften them all up. So for this fight, the important thing is to identify... well, the important thing is to have a flexible party that can... there you go, there's that intestine thing. Blimey! Got a lot of eyes on it. So you need to have a party who can reliably hit most of the enemy ranks most of the time. You know what, I'm not going to get a better chance on this. Oh yes. Oh, change! Oh, 2 bone flails? Ow! Right. Okay, 7 to 10, 4 to... right. Front it is. Front and center. Okay. Oh, we've got nothing for that. That's really bad. Okay. You need to heal her faster. Don't get stunned. Okay, that's not a bandage situation, but it's a healing situation, and it'll do. Bone Zephyr. Zephyr obviously being named after Zephyrus. One Zephyrus ek his sweet the breath, inspired half in every it's inspired half in every halt and head. When long and folk to go on pilgrimages to stranger stranders, and I never can remember the next line. Of Chaucer's introduction to the Canterbury Tales. That is a lot of damage type stuff. Right. You know what?
Precision and power.
It actually worked. I'm quite impressed. Tell you what, we're going to be cutting it pretty damn fine this time. 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Could do it.
Powerful blow.
Not quite. But, oh! This is going to hurt. Hey, how come he didn't get a turn last turn? He must have done. I must have just missed it. It's a lot of healing. 20 points.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
See? Unreliable healer.
A devastating blow.
Alright. Here we go. Here we go. I think this is it.
Its destruction is a small consolation, given the implications of its terrible existence. This expedition at least promises success.
And as we know, the flesh cannot exist without the rest of its body. That was close. That was alright though. That was fun. Let's see what we got. So for starters, we walk away from this with a tough ring, which is a wonderful item. It's one of my favourites. Yeah. It's good for heroes with a guarding ability like the Man-at-Arms, or for anyone that you want to really stay alive. You probably want to give them something to make them take less stress, to balance out the stress though, and possibly something with extra damage as well if you can. That's a nice amount of money. Hey, nice deeds. Well, nice crests, a few deeds, and portraits. And what lucky things have we got today? She didn't level! She only got 4 experience. Wonderful. Weapon Tinker replaced Warren Scrounger. That would be great if we could upgrade the Weaponsmith. Ruins Adventurer. Dacnomania and Mankind Hater. Oh, he's getting messed up. And Arella gets Hardhead and Wield Foe, of course.
I see something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
Okay, Fennel has drank some of the blood. Kana is no longer paranoid. We're probably going to have to go on a blood run. What level blood run is available this time? Oh, a medium level one. That is not good. Well, our only 2 remaining low level bosses are in the Weald. There would be the Hag and the... what do you call it? So for the Hag, we're going to want Ludovic. We're going to want Kana. we're going to want a healer who is not Dost Akbar. Actually, no, he's got the tentacles. And then we're going to want someone at the back who can shoot stuff. Or a witch. Or a... You know what? I'm thinking, get these 3 characters level. Probably send the witch with them. So... sorry, just... It's something like 4 in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, having a little bit of a stretch there. Alright, Ren. You need to get that tetanus treated before it gets really bad. Let's see who's in the stagecoach today. Ooh. Okay, witch, paladin, twilight. I think the game might be trying to tell me something. Now, I have heard that the Dark Souls type class has been rebalanced and is now less significantly overpowered than it was before. So I might actually give that a try in the near future. What can we do with these? We could upgrade the cloister. Reduce the price of treatments here. That wouldn't be a bad thing. We could almost make skills cheaper to learn. We could increase the bar. Reduce the price of trinkets. Well, buying trinkets from Nomad Wagon is a late game thing and not really something to indulge in early on. Okay, look, I'll have a think about it. So, see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll say bye-bye for now. Go get a drink of water or something to soothe my throat. And see you all in the next one. Bye-bye for now.